this afternoon. For those who I don't know, I'm Ray Pucci. I'm the president of the Delaware County Chamber, and thank you all for participating in the launch of Networking at Noon. This is a new virtual event that we've come up with. We want to be able to really allow our members to talk to each other and build some of those connections across the county and across different business types. So let's get right to it. Lillian Brown is here. She's sitting across from me. And if I need to, if you see me put my eyeglasses on every so often, that's just because she's trying to pass me a note here in class, and I need eyeglasses in order to see those. Um, we are recording the event, so you'll have this to look at later on. We will post it to the Chamber's YouTube channel, and we are also broadcasting this right now live on a live stream on our Facebook channel as well. So after the event, please go over to the Chamber's Facebook page. If you haven't already, if you're not already a like, if you're not already following it, please do that. But share it because you're going to be the stars of today's program. As I said, this is the first time we've done this, and we have we have a big agenda for 2021 that we will accomplish this year. We have a terrific board of directors led by Todd Pascarella, who's on the call, who will be joining us in a few minutes as well. And again, it's about that engagement. It's about talking with our members. It's making sure that our members are able to build those synergies. And the way that we're able to produce these events, stage these events, is because of sponsors that we, from our membership, that we're able that we enjoy having their sponsorship. Today's event is sponsored by our friends over at Community Bank, and I see Brad Bernard is on the call, and I would just ask Brad to talk for a couple minutes, introduce himself, and let everyone know what is happening with Community Bank. Brad?
Thank you, Ray. And first, let me start. I'm grateful and very humbled by the opportunity to welcome everybody to the inaugural event today and to be the first sponsor of this event. I'm excited by it. Not only does networking give us an opportunity to talk about what we do and our expertise, but more importantly, I think it gives us an opportunity to collaborate together as a team to foster our businesses, ourselves, but even and more importantly, to continue to collaborate to grow our communities and where we all live and work and are very important and near to dear to me. I'm not going to talk too much about Community Bank. I'm going to leave that up to Tammy and put her on the spot. But Community Bank, we've been in business for more than 150 years. And I honestly believe the success of our company is all of you. It's the communities in which we're members in and we work and we live in. And we really try to keep the bank as the local hometown bank. Each one of our managers is the president of their own branch and operates their branch as if it was a small business, tailoring its daily activities to meet our community's needs. So with that, Ray, once again, thank you everybody for spending your lunchtime with us, and I'll turn it back to you, buddy.
Great. Thank you, Brad. And so what we're going to do, we're now in the speed dating section of the event. And what we're going to do, I'm going to call on folks really in no particular order, just kind of the order that I see folks in my participant panel, and to give everyone a chance to think about what you want to say. I'm going to call on Todd Pascarella, who's always ready to talk about what he's doing with his business. Ask Todd to, first of all, would everyone please unmute your microphones? And this is kind of what the run of the event's going to be, is that I'm going to ask someone to speak, but before that, I'm going to just kind of let someone know, hey, you're going to be next. And let's take 3 minutes to talk about your business, and we'll leave about a minute or so for any questions from folks in the group, and then we'll just keep moving through that way. So, Todd, let's start with you. I see that you're off and about somewhere.
Yeah, well, it's good to be here, and good afternoon, everyone. As Ray said, I'm Todd Pascarella. I'm the current chair of the board of directors, which is an honor and a pleasure for me to serve in that capacity. I have been for the last 5 years part owner of Union Grove Distillery in Arkville, in what is a wonderful old building, 100-year-old building there. A partner and I, six years ago, purchased the building, renovated it, constructed a distillery, got it open, and have been going ever since. Our basis kind of for our plan was to try to fashion distilled spirits from locally available sources of raw materials. And actually today is a great example. I'm calling you from my truck because I'm working with one of our producers, our maple syrup supplier, Tree Juice Maple Syrup. They are gearing up for sap season, which is about to happen in a few weeks. And I have literally taken part in harvesting grain, planting grain, that sort of thing when it comes to our products, because everything that we do really depends on the quality and the specific sorts of ingredients that we can acquire. It really gives the character to our products. So I get involved in every level of the chain, top to bottom, as much as possible. Also to help out these folks who are taking a little bit of a risk sometimes to supply us with what we need. So yeah, that's what I'm doing, and I'm happy to be part of this event. I think networking is one of the best parts of what the chamber is able to do, and in this new world and new format that we're making the most of here, I think this is a wonderful thing. So thank you very much.
Any questions from the group on Todd?
What was the name of your business?
Yeah, sorry, it's Union Grove Distillery.
Okay.
I should also say that we started out making vodka. We use local apples for the vodka. We make a rye whiskey. That's the grain that we purchase locally as well. We make spirits from maple syrup, which is a rather unique endeavor. And so we work closely with the local producers for that. We also make a gin. And we have our location is in Arkville. We have a tasting room. We sell to local liquor stores and restaurants and the like, and really are very much a local and regional business.
Mm-hmm.
Todd, what's the website?
UnionGroveDistillery.com. It's Union Grove, as in one of the old towns, which is buried beneath the Papacton Reservoir.
Cindy, I didn't give you a heads up, but can I call on you next? And then Michelle Caton is going to be on deck.
Sure. So my name is Cindy Ray. I'm from Hancock, New York. I'm the new owner of the Hancock Herald, so I'm running a newspaper. I took over in October. The paper itself has been in publication since 1873. So it's a new old business. We have a circulation of 1,600. I'm very, very excited to be part of the things that are happening in Delaware County and to be part of this group. I grew up in Hancock, graduated from Hancock Central School, and have kind of lived and worked here, raised my family here. And so I'm looking forward to the next couple of years. It's an exciting time to be a small town. I really, truly believe that. I think we're on the cusp of some real exciting changes, and Hancock's got some unique characteristics and a group of people really working to capture that and take that in. So there's that. What else did I write down here? In addition to the newspaper, oh, this is news too. My husband and I we own the local movie theater, which with the pandemic is not doing well. That's been just pretty much closed, and we're not sure where that's going to go, where the future will take that. But we also just purchased Smith's Colonial Motel, which is a 17-room motel out here in Hancock, and we're excited about that. And what else do we do? Oh, a big project. I'm currently working on a new project for the Hancock Herald. In the past, the Herald has always published a summer directory. And this year I found that to be a little bit more complicated because people are a little unsure about what's going to be happening, events. Sorry, my phone is ringing. You know, we just don't know what events will happen. So I'm altering that to be just a business directory. So I'm going, if anybody's interested in advertising in that, that will be a separate publication that will be distributed throughout the Delaware County area and northern Pennsylvania, because Hancock kind of straddles that border, so we capture that market as well. It will go out on newsstands at the end of March to hit April 1st for fishing season, and then we'll make sure that there are copies of that in all the local businesses, real estates, diners, newsstands for throughout the summer. So if anybody's interested in advertising that, just give me a call or zip me an email, and
Which is,
that's it.
I'm sorry, what was the phone number
The phone number is,
or email?
the email is cindy@hancockherald.com. That's the easiest way to get in touch with me. And I'm
Cindy,
I'm also working on a website, which should go live in the next couple weeks. So.
and the address for that website is going to be hancockherald.com.
Correct.
Great.
Thank you.
And you're also on Facebook, correct?
Yes. Yep. And I try to, anything that's really time sensitive, I've been posting to the Facebook page. So, because we're a weekly publication, we can't always, we don't have necessarily breaking news in the newspaper, but we have a lot of interesting tidbits that are local readers and people have moved away, snowbirds, people have moved away from the area but love it, or maybe they're second homeowners and they live in New Jersey but they just love staying in touch. So those are our subscribers. That's our subscriber base.
Great, thank you. Michelle Caton and Chris Rosenthal, you're going to be on deck. So Michelle, let's turn it over to you.
All right. Well, hi, Ray. Hi, everyone. So I am not a small business owner in Delaware County, but I help small businesses in Delaware County. I am a senior business advisor for the Small Business Development Center. We have 22 centers across New York State, and we try and help every county within New York State. And so I help Delaware County. I've worked with Ray for many years. Right now, obviously, I can't come out there, but I work with clients via Zoom or telephone. And the Small Business Development Center, we've kind of been the go-to place for small businesses that have questions on the stimulus funding, whether it's PPP or the EIDL or the shuttered venue grant that just is coming out. So we're a non-for-profit agency that helps small businesses. So whether it's trying to find funding, putting together business plans, working on 3-year cash flow projections, We have researchers at SUNY Albany, so if you need some demographic information or statistics or anything in your industry, as a free client of mine, we can look to get some of that information. All of our services are free and confidential. We hold webinars and lunch and learns, and our website has a lot of information on it, plus our past ones. So we're really here just to help those small businesses weather the storm right now, to give them any assistance they might need to keep going through COVID, to find funding, to maybe do a cash flow projection to see, where you stand. So that's why I wanted to join today, just to let people know that our services are out there for any business in Delaware County. So.
And you can always schedule a virtual appointment with Michelle. There's always a link in our weekly newsletter. So that's a
Yes.
good source to
Yeah.
just connect with Michelle. Any questions before we move on with Michelle?
I have a question for Michelle. You're not just Delaware County then, are you? You're just Delaware County?
No, we service, I myself do Delaware at Seago and Shenango, but our
Oh.
center, which is out of Binghamton University, we do 12 counties actually altogether, because there's other advisors that do Broome and Tioga and Tompkins and
Okay.
in those counties, so.
The Small Business Development Center, which Michelle is part, is a national effort, and within New York State, it's administered by the State University of New York. So here in Delaware County, we actually are serviced by 2 SBDCs. Here in the western part of the county, it's through SUNY Binghamton. In the eastern part of the county, it's through Ulster Community College. So, but
Yeah.
Michelle, like I said, the link is in our website. So our website, well, it's there too, but it's in our weekly newsletter, so you can always connect. And if you're in an area that Michelle can't service, she'll connect you to someone who certainly can.
Yeah. Thanks, Ray. Mhm.
So Chris and Eileen with the Western Catskills Community Revitalization Council, that's quite a mouthful, is going to be on deck. So Chris at Harmony Hill, you're up.
Yeah, Chris Rosenthal, owner and operator of Harmony Hill Lodging and Retreat Center. We're just outside of East Meredith on 70 wooded acres. And we have yurts. And if you don't know what a yurt is, it's a tent that acts like a cabin. So fully equipped kitchens, bathroom, modern bathroom, king size bed. So we have 3 yurts and we have a cabin. And so most of our people come from around the city, Western Connecticut, New England. And a lot of people, though, often locally, will rent something for when they have people coming in to stay, to visit or something, and they can't stay at their home. And so they rent, and sometimes if it's an occasion, they'll rent all 3 yurts and as well as the cabin. The website is harmonyhillretreat.com. And each yurt has the cabin has its own campfire, and we provide the wood for that. So the yurts are open for 3 seasons. We'll open them up the end of April, beginning of May. And the cabin is open year round. So I have somebody who's going to be checking in here in about a half an hour, and they're bringing their skis so they can cross country, and their dogs. So we have 1 yurt that is for families and pets, and then the 2 small yurts are just for 1 or 2 adults. Some people come here just to have a very private retreat, and some come here to explore the whole area. And I just want to say, I was with Community Bank when it was Wilbur, before it was Wilbur, then a community bank. And so we've had I've had my personal and business accounts with community ever since. And I love the online banking. It's great.
That's what we love, an unsolicited recommendation. Any questions for Chris?
Yeah, Chris, Jim Addy here. Do you have any activities on site that people can take advantage of?
We have hiking trails, thank you for asking, and a fieldstone labyrinth that's patterned after the one in Chartres Cathedral in France. And so, but other than that, yeah, I mean, we have croquet set in the shed. Right now we have some sleds.
And it's a lovely spot.
Chris, did you find a lot more visitors this summer with COVID?
You know, I did. People were wanting to find refuge from their refuge. So they knew that on the 70 acres, it's so easy to social distance, and they wear a mask when I check them in. But other than that, they have a lot of freedom. So yeah, I did have some long-term people coming too. You know, they wanted to get out of the city, and they were working from home, and so they would come here and just stay.
Excellent. Eileen and Alicia, you're going to be on deck. So Eileen Knott with the Western Catskills Community Revitalization.
I'm so happy to be here. It's really nice to meet everyone. Yeah, that's our name, Western Catskills Community Revitalization Council. We're better known as Western Catskills, or WCCRC for short. We've been around since 1981. We're a 501c3 nonprofit. But we serve 18 towns in Delaware, Schoharie, and Greene counties. We've been around since 1981, but this is a real reintroduction for us. I am new here. I'm the housing counselor at Western Catskills, and we have a new construction supervisor. And the biggest piece of this is that we also have a new executive director. And Antonia is bringing an incredibly fresh, new, energetic take to what Western Catskills does. And I'll explain what we do in just a minute. But that new input of energy is changing around a lot of the programs that we have, and the interaction with the community dynamic. So we really want to be more engaged and more part. I was writing down all your information because there's people and services here that we can utilize to be more of a team in our community together. So what we do is I'm the housing counselor, and I assist people with financial budgeting, credit repair, pre-foreclosure counseling. I also hook people up with services sometimes. So, if you're watching your 80-year-old grandmother and you could be getting paid for that service, there's programs available, or you got radon in your home. Can I get paid for getting rid of that? And I connect people up to what they need. We generally work with low income people. We offer senior housing. We have one of our biggest pieces is our mobile home replacement programs. In the past, it's changed from what it was in the past. So if anybody's heard certain things, it's different now. Lower income folks can get mobile home replacement, brand new manufactured homes who qualify for our programs, and that really helps upgrade our community and keep things looking nice and inviting and really good for everyone. What we do is we apply for grants through the state and the federal government, as well as local banks and different entities, and we help get that grant money. We write the grants and we help that grant money get into people's hands. So we kind of digest it for people. It's quite a process. So we really encourage people, if you know of people that can use our services, we have wait lists to get on. So because it is quite a process in things. Yeah, so that's pretty much
Great.
what we do.
Excellent. Any quick, we have a couple seconds. Any quick questions?
Oh, you
All
can
right.
connect. We are on Facebook, WCCRC. Please go there and like us. And westerncatskills.org is our website.
Wonderful. Thank you. Before we start with Alicia, James Addy, you're on deck. So just to be ready, Alicia Fish with Helios.
Yes, good afternoon, everybody. I want to start by saying thank you to Community Bank for your sponsorship. Community Bank has been a great corporate and community partner to Helios Care. And then I also want to say thank you to the Delaware County Chamber. Your newsletters and your information and events have been so helpful. And recently, Helios Care embarked on a project with our local BOCES to do a virtual internship with their student group to help us with an educational campaign that we're putting together. And that connection came through the chamber and their newsletter. So thank you. Helios Care is a hospice and palliative care organization that covers Otsego, Delaware, and Schoharie counties. Our mission is to make life easier for patients and families facing serious illness or end of life by providing choices, dignity, and compassionate care. What you'll notice in that mission is the fact that the word hospice is not in there. And that's intentional. We are a hospice organization. It's part of the care we provide, but hospice is only one of the services that we provide as an organization to our patients and families. We're really focused on providing the care that individuals need to remain in their homes when they have been diagnosed with a serious or chronic illness. And our goal is really an earlier introduction to patients. We don't want them to call us when they have days or hours. We can be much more helpful when someone has months and years to live. And ultimately, our goal is a better health and better quality of life. In terms of hospice care, last year we provided care to over 600 patients in our service territory. And that's just the patients. That doesn't include their families and friends that we're also supporting both while they are living and after their passing. So we have our hospice care, we have our palliative care. Our palliative care is really focused on those individuals who have a serious or chronic illness, but are still undergoing curative treatments. And so that is well before someone is looking at potentially the end of their life. And our clinicians and our direct care professionals are fabulous. A whole range of services that we can use to support individuals with staying in their home, staying out of the hospitals, which right now is to their benefit. Throughout COVID-19, we have continuously provided that care continuously in their home. So we are very, very proud of that. We also, as part of our services, offer bereavement counseling. And throughout the pandemic, what we noticed was the fact that there was a real need for grief counseling, bereavement counseling, because even though we may not have friends or family that are connected to hospice, the normal traditions around loss and grieving have changed. And whether it's not being able to be with a family member as they pass, or not being able to host a memorial gathering, all of that is different. And so our organization made the decision early on that we would provide that care to any community member who was looking for it for free. And we are continuing that throughout 2021. We have a grant to support that this year. So anybody that needs assistance in that area, whether you are connected to hospice care or not, We are happy to provide that. You can find information about our services at our website, and that is helioscare.org. We're happy to be there for you, and we're happy to be a part of the chamber.
Great, thank you. And just to be clear, Helios is spelled Helios.
Great job. That is correct.
And thank you too for mentioning that that partnership that you have with BOCES, and that you discovered it through our newsletter. You know, that's part of what we do here, is to be able to make those connections between members. So thank you for that.
Absolutely.
James Addy is up. Colleen, you're at Visions Credit Union. You're on deck. So James, let's turn it over to you.
Good afternoon, everyone. I prefer being called Jim, even though my name is James. I do prefer that. Feel a little guilty bringing the conversation back to the business and commercial side of the conversation after that very informative piece of information. Thank you. I'm a fairly new member to the chamber, joined last October. You can see by the boxes behind me, my wife and I have finally made the decision to permanently reside in our weekend place, which is in Denver, New York. My business is called L&J Promotion Products. Very simply put, I put your name, your message, your logo on virtually anything you need. From a pen, to a hat, to a coffee mug, to an umbrella, or in one case, a project I worked on a few months back for MasterCard, I put their logo on bricks. They had a special event coming up celebrating being in a building that had been built in the 1800s. They wanted 50 bricks with their logo on it. I found a place to do it, and I did it. I've been in the business for almost 20 years now, with my own firm for the last 15, since 2005. I've worked in Manhattan. I do a lot of work with charitable organizations. I've worked with Volunteers of America, City Year. I've done work for WIOX Radio. I did work for years for the Bel Air Music Festival when they were in existence and holding their concert series each summer. I did all of the apparel and merchandise that they made available. I really just want to say I'm available, giving you information or providing ideas and how to go about using promotional products for fundraising or for special events. All that kind of thing is free of charge. I will provide you with an estimate if you're looking for something specific. I've been known for my customer service. I'm a sole proprietor. I have one in help, my wife. And we love it up here. We've been up here in the Catskills for 40 years. Our children have spent summers here. They're now full grown and have children of their own. But I'm looking forward to expanding the opportunities that are made available here in the Catskills.
Jim.
Questions? Holler away.
Jim, welcome.
Thank you.
Any questions from anyone?
Some contact information, Jim?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, my website is land, L-A-N-D, the letter J, P-R-O-M-O.com, landjpromo.com. And my email is jim@landjpromo.com.
Thank you.
Look me up on the web and contact me through email or on the phone, 917-597-1989.
Jim, welcome.
Thank you.
And,
The number again, the phone number?
917-597-1989.
Thanks.
terrific. Colleen Barton with Visions Credit Union, and Tammy, you're going to wrap up. You're going to be our anchor, so you're on deck. Colleen, so nice to
Hello,
meet you.
Thank you. Yeah, Yes, nice to meet you. I am a financial wellness officer with Visions Federal Credit Union. I have been working with Visions for 14 years. Prior to working at the credit union, I did work at another local bank in the Broome County area. Personally, I have been with my husband for 20 years. We have 5 children, currently working at home, so you don't get to see my background right now. And you're lucky you don't have little people running in here, because out of my 5 children, I do have a set of 3-year-old triplets. So as one can imagine, my house is a little chaotic. But what I do is I teach financial education. So whether it's a school, organization, community partner, just community-based event, I go in and teach financial literacy. So a lot of people will say, well, that's boring, but I love it. It's not boring to me, because financial education can be so many different things. Some of my favorite presentations that I've created over the years are on couponing, or setting your financial goals for the year, or creating a vision board. Because if you think about it, pretty much anything we do comes back to our finances, because most of the time that can lead us into the direction we want to go. And it can also be the stopper. If we don't have the money behind us or the support we need to do some things, sometimes that's a problem. So that's why goal setting is so important. I work with a lot of the schools with different activities. I've really been bummed this year because it's just not the same in the virtual atmosphere. However, I have kind of mastered. I can be in Cortland, in Bradford County, in Broome County, and Tioga County, all within a 3-hour time frame, and I don't have to leave my desk. So I'm really kind of enjoying that aspect of it. But yes, that's what I do. We've created an awesome new website. We created a lot of new materials, and really, I just if it has to do with education or something fun, that's what I do, and that's what I like to offer.
Great. Thank you, Colleen. Any questions?
Contact info, Colleen?
Yep. So my email is cbarton, BARTON, at visionsfcu.org.
Thanks.
And Colleen, where are your locations of Visions Federal Credit Union?
So currently we will be, so Visions as a credit union, there are certain guidelines in order for credit unions to expand. And we were just granted some new counties in our charter. So we will be expanding into Delaware County shortly. Currently, our build is in Tompkins County. We have a new branch that'll be opening in Ithaca soon.
Okay.
So we have 52 branches, going to be 53 soon in New York, New Jersey, and Pennsylvania.
I had a
Terrific.
quick question.
Yeah.
Colleen, what age group do you normally do your training, your financial training for?
So we have programs from pre-K to 80-year-old woman who's never balanced her checkbook and now needs to learn how to. All ages, activities from all spectrums, some that are independent, some that we can do a full seminar. If you have, for example, you have a newsletter or something you push out on a regular basis and you'd like a link to a financial wellness seminar, I can give you a list of them and then give you the link and you can push it out. And usually those are 30 minutes or less. We also have them for financial wellness, like storybooks. So coming up in March is one of my favorite holidays. It's celebrated by pre-K students. It is Read Across America Day. It's also Dr. Seuss's birthday. So we have a recorded version of 1 cent, 2 cents, old cent, new cent. And so we have just a lot of different engagement things for all ages.
Great, thank you.
You're welcome.
Tammy, you're up.
Hi. So I'm Tammy Hood. I am the branch manager of Community Bank in Walton. A little bit about myself. I am born and raised in Delaware County. And I do know Cindy, and her talking about the Hancock Herald brings back a big smile to my face because I was born and raised in Hancock. And my parents actually had a small business themselves. They owned the Great American. So I know all about what it's like to try to have a company in a small town and the trials and triumphs that you can have along with all of those things. But currently I am the branch manager of Community Bank in Walton, and for over 150 years, Community Bank truly has put our customers first. And I believe that's what sets us apart from other financial institutions. We offer a sincere caring for our customers and communities, and that does help us shape where we make our decisions from. We support our local events and organizations, and our goal is to help businesses thrive, as well as assisting families with all of their aspects of their financial needs. We educate our clients by finding the best products for them. We want to help everyone reach their goals and follow your dreams. At Community Bank, we offer a wide variety of services. We have personal checking accounts, business accounts, savings accounts, great digital banking and mobile banking. We offer small business and home lending, personal loans, credit cards, you name it, we offer it. Wealth management services, so much more. At Community Bank, we do feel that banking should be personal. So if you bank with Community Bank, your manager is, as Brad had said, we're your president of our branch, but we're also personally yours. Your time with us, we are yours. We pride ourselves on making every person that walks through our door or on our phone calls now or virtually a priority. And I think that does set us apart. We have locations all throughout Delaware County. We're in New York, Pennsylvania, Massachusetts, Vermont. Locally, if you would like to reach out to one of us to set up an appointment, you can visit our website, which is cbna.com. And you can always call me at the Walton office at 607-865-6555. And I can set you up with someone in your local area if it's not something that I can assist you with. And I just want to thank you, Ray, for having us, and big, proud supporters of the Delaware County Chamber.
Well, we appreciate that support. Any questions for Tammy? And I'll throw Brad back in the mix now as well, because we're talking about Community Bank.
Sure.
I just wanted to say, I know with working with a lot of small businesses right now with COVID, that Community Bank has done a wonderful job working with so many small businesses and helping them with their PPP loan application. So I know it was a ton of work, and it still is, but thank you for being, community minded and helping those small businesses.
Our pleasure.
Great. Did I miss anybody? We got everybody, right? Everyone had a chance to talk? Thank you so much for being part of this. Couple things that I just, as follow-ups to today's event. I will be sending you a link to this recording. Again, it's available, will be on our Facebook page. So push that out to everyone, because after all, you're talking about yourself, and we need to let everyone know what that is. One of the ideas that I said earlier in the program that we have an ambitious plan for 2020, and one of those that I would very much like to start is a leads exchange group. I will explain what that means a little bit more in the email. But if you're interested in participating in something like that, I'm hoping that we can launch that this spring. Let me know about that. And I want to just spend a moment just talking about a couple different programs we have coming up soon. On February 18th is our third Thursday Chamber Connects program that starts at 8:30 in the morning for our February program. Another one of our new state senators, Peter Oberacker, is going to be the guest speaker, the featured speaker. And for the March 18th program, again, starting at 8:30 in the morning, our congressional representative, Antonio Delgado, will be our featured speaker for our program in March. And then maybe we'll lay off the elected officials for a little while. It's February. It's a time, Valentine's Day is next weekend. It's a time for all of us to show a little love for our local businesses. I know you all do now, but please remind people, shop local, shop small, enjoy local, and most of all, support our business, the businesses that support me and my community all throughout the year. Lillian, did I miss anything? Lillian's giving me 2 thumbs up. I guess we're good. Thank you all for joining us this afternoon. You know, when Lillian and I came up with this, or when Lillian came up with this, we originally were thinking we're going to do this every other month. But I don't know about you guys, but I had such a great time. We're going to do this again. This is going to be a regular feature. On the first Friday at noon will be our networking at noon. I encourage you to jump in and into next month's and tell others, so we can have a bigger group. And if we need to do it in 2 sessions, we're going to do that, because I think there was a lot of value that came out of today. So thanks for joining us. You can get information about things like our Leaderful Delaware program, lots of other things that we're working on right now, all at delawarecounty.org. delawarecounty.org, where, remember, we are stronger together. So thanks all for participating. See you at a chamber event coming up real soon. Thanks again.
Thanks, Ray.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Thank you.
everyone.
Nice to meet everyone.